So first off, Khabib him smacked around his friend, I guess. So him wanting to defend his homeboy is a pretty good idea. It's cool. You stick up for your friend. But you have to find a better way to do it. You know what I don't understand is how they got on that plane, and for 5.5 hours, nobody just sat back and said, hey, Conor, I'm not sure. Right? Like somebody just go, hey, look, we come up with this plan to go and bum rush this bus.
Right.
I'm not sure this is a great idea. Like, maybe we should reconsider. How could nobody have said that in 5.5 hours? Like, guys, I don't know if this is going to work out as we have originally planned it. And as sure as shit it didn't. They ended up in jail. So I think you got to just rethink it a little bit. You got to rethink what you're doing. But no, the thought to help his buddy was cool, but the action was not the right way to go about it.
Right.
I wonder if the plan was to get them at the bus, where the buses were.
I don't know.
Maybe they were just running into the hotel and looking for him, and that's where they were at that moment.
Yeah, I think so too.
So it could be, but it wasn't smart either way, though.
Because things happen passionately, like with you and John, and the podium thing when you pushed each other and all that craziness happened.
Yeah,
hilarious. I have to ask you this: did you ever see the skit they did where they dubbed over the Chappelle Show with you and John?
No.
Oh my! No, we'll send that to you. It is the most. I've watched it like 500 times. It is the most hilarious thing, where it's like Rick James, and dub over with you and John. But I get that things happen passionately, and that it's just kind of random, But who knows what's going to happen now, right?
But now you're scheduled to fight the great UFC champion Stipe Miocic, and now that's exciting. That's exciting just because people don't realize about the great Daniel Cormier is that you've had plenty of fights at heavyweight. I mean, they know you for your feud with and your great reign as the light heavyweight champion here in the UFC, but they don't know how many losses do you have at heavyweight?
None.
Exactly. I knew that shit. I just want everybody to know it. So you've never lost. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm excited about the idea of fighting back at heavyweight. No weight cut. I cut a lot of weight. So not having to cut weight and being able to train to my full potential and not really worried about weight management is going to be a big deal for me. But also an opportunity to go up and compete against a guy that I respect tremendously and a chance to do something so unbelievably special. To be the first guy to be the UFC light heavyweight and heavyweight champion at the same time, it'll be amazing.
Let me ask you, DC, is the reason, because you were undefeated as a heavyweight, when you came over to the UFC, is the only reason you went to light heavyweight was because of your buddy, the great Cain Velasquez, or no?
Yeah, Cain was a champion. We weren't going to fight, and I had goals of being a champ myself. If I was okay just being a guy that was in the division and having big fights, I would have stayed at heavyweight. But, I went to 205 to better myself and give myself a chance to become the champ. And also, this really makes for a more comfortable situation with the team. We all were very open with the fact that Cain and I weren't going to fight, but eventually the UFC would have started asking, and we didn't even want to have to deal with that.
I respect that.
I mean, we got to look at the Stipe thing as a tremendous fight, not only because of the 2-division champion type of thing, but also because, ouch, the two of you, right? Like looking at it, styles versus style. What can you talk about, DC, about how you approach a fight with him?
It's a good fight. It's a tough fight, but I like his style for me. I think we do a lot of similar things, and I believe that my style, it matches him pretty good. He's going to be tough. He's big. He's strong. He can wrestle. He can strike. He's got good cardio. He's a dangerous, dangerous man. But I feel like style-wise, it's going to be a great fight. We're both competitors, man, and we both want to win. So I think it's going to show itself whenever they lock that octagon door.
Does it make any difference at all to you whether you like the guy or not? At least for me, I'd get ready for a guy I didn't like, and then I'd get ready to fight a guy like Chris Lytle, who I do like. I would still find motivation, but it definitely helped when I didn't like the guy. I mean, what about you?
I just want to fight. I just want to fight.
Right.
It doesn't matter, man. Yeah. I love I can legit say I love Dan Henderson. But when I get in that cage, I just go after him because it's all I know. All I know is to try to go out there and try to rip your head off. And that's what I did to Dan Henderson, a guy that I truly admire for a real long time. So to me, it doesn't really matter all that much. I think my motivation comes in the athlete that I'm going against. I feel like my best training camps that I've ever done were for John Jones, and because I knew of the threat in the fight, and I feel like this one will match that, if not exceed it, because I understand the threat in fighting Stipe Miocic.
Understandable. Well, I know we don't want to look too far past Stipe, but you and John are back at your Twitter wars. What was the last comment? Was "Come at me, baby," right? That was coming from you, or from John?
No,
John said, "Come get me, baby."
Yeah,
which is so weird.
He's a weird fucking guy. He's a weird cat, man. Let me tell you something. To try to delve into the mind of John Jones, you can't do it without some help. And it takes a lot of drugs to think like him. So unless you're going to go and get crazy high, then you'll think like him. You can't think like him just normally.
Now, I hear you talk about like your
There
fight.
you go. I don't, Matt.
What's up?
It's not easy to make Matt Serra go, "Oh shit."
Yes.
No. Listen, I fucking
just did that.
I fucking love it. No, that's great. What were you gonna say, Phoenix?
Because look, rivalries in sports, great rivalries in sports. Him and John, it's history. It's MMA history is a great rivalry in sports. So people will still watch it again. They'll watch you guys fight 27 times if they had to.
Yeah, but DC,
As he should.
Yeah, DC. Now you don't point out that, like, I hear you say that you're competitive. That's why you'd want a third crack at him. But he got popped for his second. Like it was like so he's been caught cheating for the second one, correct? I mean, how come you don't point that out? You don't even address that. You know what I mean? Like, you're basically like, "Oh, he beat me twice, but I feel I could beat him." He beat you twice, but hey, man, that second one was definitely. Could he have beat you without that shit?
I just don't feel like that was the first guy I've ever fought on steroids, and I beat all the rest of them. So I should have just beat him.
Look at that.
Well, we'll transition to speaking of guys.
He's a better guy than me, DC. I'd be more fucking like, fuck that. He was on some shit. You know what I mean?
DC, you are now a meme of excitement forever with your reaction to the possible Brock Lesnar matchup.
Oh, yeah.
So I would like to see you beat Brock. I just want to know your thoughts on that whole situation.
It's crazy. He just said it, so I did the whole. I made that face because Brock Lesnar means a ton of money and a real big fight. So
yeah, is that something you would wait to go out for? Like, okay, I know you said that you want to retire at 40, so would you say, all right, this is the perfect fight, a nice check, and that's the one I would go out on?
Dude,
nope, it ain't happening.
I don't think
I'm done it when that birthday is done. When that 40th birthday comes, DC will be off into the sunset.
Well, not to ruin your chance for that fight, but that's a horrible matchup for fucking Brock Lesnar.
Good.
Well, I mean, no, he's like, DC's like, "Yo, shut the fuck up." No, I'm just saying, like, listen, listen to me. No, unless DC jumps the guard, I think that's going to be a rough one. I don't know for Brock. Anyway, listen. Well, listen, we don't want to keep you, buddy. I can't wait. This Wednesday night at 10 p.m.
10 p.m.
Chris, the
Eastern.
producer, don't drop the plug.
10 p.m. Eastern on FS1.
Yeah, okay. The next Ultimate Fighter, season 26, right?
27.
27? What the fuck am I talking about? We're going to give you a proper plug after.
Ultimate Fighter, undefeated this Wednesday, 10 in the East, 7 on the West Coast on FS1. The Ultimate Fighter, undefeated. Make sure you guys tune in. Watch me and Stipe Miocic coach these young men to try to become UFC fighters. It's going to be great. Can't wait.
It's professional. It's like he's done this before.
Dude, let him do the plug. I let you do the plug. Hey, Champ, thank you so much for hanging out with us, buddy. I appreciate it.
Hey, thank you guys for having me again, man. I love it. Thank you guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Take care, Daniel.
Bye.
He's a good man, Daniel.
What